Hey YouTube, ThatRandomNoob here, and today I'm just going to go over the new Minecraft update that came out, version 1.0.0, and it's the latest one, and I'm just going to go over all the features, and this is going to be kind of a long video, but there are tons of new features. I'm going to show every aspect of it, the new sprites, the new crafting systems, repairing, brewing, everything, so stay tuned if you are at all curious about this. And I guarantee that you're going to learn something. So, let's get started. First, there are new achievements. Now, they didn't add too many. Most of them just had to do with the new brewing system and the new items and mobs that they added to it. Second thing, they changed the glowstone from stone to glass. Now, I'm not sure what this means, but I think it means that it will still glow, but you'll be able to see through it. Again, they didn't offer much explanation past this, so I'll have to experiment and find out. Third, the amount of experience orbs dropped by a player upon death is now limited. Now that's good. Before, you could lose up to half of your experience orbs. Now that doesn't seem like a lot, but say you were level 50, somehow you got to level 50 and you died, that means you would go back to level 25. So this is good in that you can only lose a set amount. I'm not sure how much it is, but you can only lose a set amount now. Next, the ability of Endermen to carry blocks is reduced in some way. I'm guessing that they had some glitches due to Endermen carrying up blocks that they weren't supposed to, so that's good. Minor changes to some textures, most notably the monster spawner, and you can see a little picture of that right now. It looks a lot different and much cleaner. Gas fireballs now have a different texture, and you can see they changed from white to a kind of stone red nether look, so that's pretty cool. On death, a proper score is given based on how many experience orbs the player has collected. So this is good. It now shows you your score for that life. And later we'll find out that each orb counts for 1 point toward that score. When flowing lava hits a water source directly from above, it creates stone, where previously the lava would flow through the water. This is just due to some glitches where lava would spawn in water rather, and it wasn't a big deal, but it's good that they're fixing it. Next, you can toggle between 3 states when pressing the F5 button, the first person, third person back, and third person front. This doesn't make quite a difference, but it's good for people who want to make machinimas or anything like that. They gave Ender Pearls a new ability that when they're thrown, the player will teleport to the Ender Pearl's impact location, but you will also take 2.5 hearts of fall damage, and this will not work in creative mode. So in case that wasn't clear, you can throw an Ender Pearl up in the sky, and wherever it lands you'll teleport to, but you'll receive 2.5 parts of damage. So, there you go. Golden apples now glow purple in the inventory, and sorry I couldn't find a picture of this, but there's not really much to see. Fences no longer block you from moving onto their space, and you can now stand next to them like you can with glass panes and iron bars, and they will also connect to solid blocks. So, they basically made them skinnier, more fence-like, and they can now connect to solid blocks, which is good for people with OCD, who just hate to have empty spaces in their house. So, I approve. There's a slight delay between jumps while holding the jump button, so the player no longer bounces between the ceiling and floor in 2-block high spaces. Labels for items have a blue border. Random loot chests and strongholds. Blocking now moves the player's arm rather than the sword just floating in front of the player. So again, this is just for looks, but still pretty good. Weapon and tool damage has been nerfed to make space for the increased damage enchantments. So for an example, they nerfed diamond swords from 5 to 3.5. So this is good. So instead of having an OP diamond sword, I guess it's OP, you can just enchant it and it'll make it much more powerful. Some mob health has been changed, for example sheep, spiders, and zombies. And I'm assuming based on the last one that they increased it to make room for the enchantments. Many blocks' mining speeds have been decreased. This is mostly blocks that used to take a long time to mine. Now I'm guessing that they mean the mining time has been decreased and the mining speed has been increased. Just a little typo there. And some examples are redstone ore, iron doors, all those, obsidian, furnace, all those things. Some new features. In the nether, there are now nether bricks, which look pretty cool. They look how you would expect them to look. Nether fence, also very cool. Nether stairs, pretty cool. And nether fortresses. Now these are awesome, as you can see by that picture right there. That looks beast. They also added the End, which is unofficially called the Ender or Enderlands. This replaces the previously announced Sky Dimension, so no Sky Dimension for you guys. I'm just reading off the Minecraft wiki here, but it says that the End, previously known as the Ender, is a stark, empty plain containing a series of large, floating islands of endstone, dotted with obsidian spikes. And you can mine endstone only with a pickaxe enchanted with Silk Touch. This is home to many, many Endermen, larger amount than in the overworld, and a new Ender Dragon, which is now a boss with, I believe, 200 hit points. And you can see a picture of him on the screen. He kind of looks like a Lego guy, but pretty ferocious. And now, of course, they added end portals to take you from the overworld to the end. And they made end stone, which I just mentioned, and it can only be mined with the enchanted pickaxe. There's a load of new items. Basically, they're just for brewing, so I'm not going to go over them, but they're all used for making potions. There are now 9 new music discs, which is pretty cool, but as of yet, there's no way to acquire those music discs. So you can only get it through MC Edit or whatever. But an update will soon fix that, I'm sure. There are new biomes. There's a snowy biome, a swampy biome that is now pure swampier, which means darker grass, darker water, and lily pads. And I like how it says swampier. Now there's mushroom biomes, which contain huge mushrooms and a new mushroom cow called the Mooshroom. Pretty cool, and you can see a picture of him right there in the top of the screen. And a mycelium block, which is kind of like dirt, except I believe it spreads like funguses. And so yeah, that's cool. I'm not sure if it's that important, but you can see a picture of it. New sound effects, including minecart sounds, shear sounds, additional bow sounds, big slime sounds, and the true sounds of Enderman and Silverfish. And they changed already existing sounds, such as the rain, new sound for doors, and new sounds for skeletons walk to make them sound more skeleton-y. And I like that skeleton-y too. Bows now appear in the third person larger and in 3D, so that's pretty cool. I guess it means that when you're in third person mode, they just look better. I never use it, so it doesn't really affect me. Bows no longer have an infinite number of uses, so now bows will have a little green bar under them that shows how much they've been used, and they will eventually break. If water or lava is above a ceiling that is a single block thick, particles of water or lava will drip through, provided you are within 13 blocks of the ceiling. So I'm just guessing, I don't know if this is a fact, but if lava particles drip through the ceiling, I'm guessing it will set fire to anything below. So just something to keep in mind when you're making a lava roof, or if you do have a lava roof, I suggest fixing it quick before you update. 6 new mobs. Ender Dragon, which you have seen already, and I'll add a picture again of him. A new dragon egg that drops from the Ender Dragon when you defeat him in the end. Just reading the wiki here, it says left or right clicking causes it to teleport to a place nearby. When teleporting and falling, it will create particles similar to that of Enderman or a portal. Mushroom cows, pretty cool. You can see a picture of them again. There are now NPCs in villages as villager mobs, so that's pretty cool. I'm guessing that it acts the same as a millionaire mod did, but I'll have to experiment and find out for this one. They added a snow golem mob, which is basically acts the same as a wolf, except you craft it, and it will attack your enemies by throwing snowballs at it, so kind of like a sentry. There's at least 2 new aggressive mobs in the nether, one of them being the magma cube, which you can see in the upper right hand corner, and the other being the blaze, which you can also see. So they're pretty cool, just 2 new things to fight and to experiment with. Experience, or for skills, is now enchantments, so I'm a little confused about this. I'm guessing that it means that that instead of leveling up weapons, you can enchant them, but I'm kind of confused on that, so if anybody could fill me in, just please feel free, send me a message, comment, whatever. Each experience orb is now worth 1 score point. So I mentioned this earlier, and there's not much to it, but a good addition. There's now animal breeding, and 2 animals come together, and there has to be circumstances, like they have to be in love mode, and you gotta feed them and all this stuff. But basically, in short, they produce baby animals, which are smaller versions with large heads that have faster animation and a higher pitched sound. So basically just like it sounds. There's now unlimited strongholds per map, which there used to be just 3, so it'll make it a lot easier to find. because Minecraft, it never ends, and with only 3 of them, it's highly, highly unlikely to find. So now there's unlimited, so that's a lot better. New and improved armor system. Now, I'm not exactly sure what that means, but one of the things that they did is increase the armor durability so that your armor won't run out as quick. They also made some changes to the sun and moon. The moon now has phases, which is like full moon, half moon, null moon, things like that. And the sun and the moon now rise in the east, so that's pretty cool, just making it more realistic. They added a hardcore mode to it, and in case you don't know, it locks the difficulty to hard and forces you to delete your world if you die. And it changes the health bar's appearance to indicate that you are playing in hardcore mode. So that's cool for people who like that. And just to end this, there's now item repair, which you can see if you take 2 damaged items and you put them together, it will make a item with the combined durability of the other 2 items, as you can see in the little picture on the right. And it appears to be linear, they were saying. There's no complex algorithms or anything to it. So it's just like the first one plus the second one equals the end product. So pretty basic there. And now I'm not going to go over these, but basically they added potions to it. And with that, they added potion effects, a brewing stand, and brewing. And then an enchantment table and enchanting to make the special items that you need to mine some objects. And I'm not going to go over all those because it would honestly take... it would double the video size. There's so much to it. But if you are interested, I'll leave a link to the wiki in the description and you can check it out. Alright, that's it. That's all of the updates for 1.0.0 Minecraft. I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, and if you learned something, please do leave a like. And check out some of my other videos. I do a Minecraft video every Monday, and in between then I do Call of Duty videos. I do kind of everything, and if this is your first time to my channel, please check out some of my other videos, and I hope you find something you like. So again, I hope you enjoyed and learned something, and I'll see you next time.